originally it was at the acoustic side of CBGB. So if you wanted to find us, you'll look through all the young, cool-looking people with all the tattoos and the piercings, and we went next door. And then after CBGB closed, we moved across the street to the Bowery Poetry Club. And then they went under some renovations, so we got kicked out of there also. And
we can still play there. It's a burlesque house, but we have to change the act a little bit.
So what happened is that Jalopy Theatre School of Music took us in, and we moved it from July to April. And we would like to thank the staff and the management of Jalopy Theatre, Lynette and Jeff and everyone else who's involved, and the entire crew here at the sound people, and patronize the place. And also next door there's a very nice little bar and restaurant that's part of the same ownership. Be good to them as well. Anything else? Oh yes, that Woody Guthrie birthday bash, the first 8 years of it, we put together a best of CD, and it's out there. It's called Open Your Hearts to the Paradise. If you would like to buy one of those, they're available. And we'll, after the show is finished, we'll leave the CDs out for a few minutes, so on, because we don't want to take...
Yes, buy them. We need to eat.
Anyway, let's see if we're ready again to start. Are we ready?
Alright, so for those of you who came late, that's Joel, Landy next to me. Vincent Cross, the instrumentalist extraordinaire. Steve Suffet. And
Mike Glick.
Mike Glick, thank you. Sorry, Mike. Oh, and I'm Beth Kotkin. I grew up in New York City, but I moved out to California for a long time and then just recently came back here. So some of my Woody songs are more the California bent because he had similar travels. Lots of folks back east, they say, leaving home every day, hitting that hot old dusty trail to the California line. Across the desert sands they roll, getting out of that old dust bowl. Think they're going to a sugar bowl, but here's what they find. For the police at the port of entry say, you're number 14,000 for today. Well, if you ain't got that do-re-mi, boys, you ain't got that do-re-mi. Well, you better go back to beautiful Texas, Oklahoma, Kansas, Georgia, Tennessee. California is a garden of Eden, a paradise to live in or see. But believe it or not, you won't find it so hot if you ain't got that do-re-mi. If you wanna buy a home farm that can do nobody harm, or take your vacation by the mountain or the sea, don't swap your old cow for a car. You better stay right where you are. You better take this little tip from me, 'cause I look through those want ads every day. But the headlines on the papers always say, if you ain't got that do-re-mi, boys, if you ain't got that do-re-mi, It's called The Plane Wreck at Los Gatos, or Deportee. And I think recently, last like 5 years ago, I think they put together a...
Finally found the correct names of all the people there. There. The plane crash took place, it was in 1948 in January, and it was a plane of 28 Mexican farm workers being deported to Mexico, and the plane crashed in the western part of Fresno County, a place called Los Gatos Creek, and the AP Dispatch, which appeared both in the newspapers and on the radio broadcast, gave the name of the pilot, the co-pilot, the cabin attendant, and the name of the immigration agent who were aboard, and then said the other 28 were just Mexican deportees. Woody wrote the lyrics based upon that. He didn't have much of a tune. It was a pretty awful tune that he wrote. About 10 years later, a fellow named Matt Hoffman, who was a friend of Judy Collins, wrote this hauntingly beautiful tune that we've all come to know and love. And like Phil Oakes, Matt Hoffman himself took his own life. And, well, basically the song, aside from that, speaks for itself. And just recently, within the last few years, the correct names of all the deportees were discovered. They had been buried in a common grave. I won't say unmarked. It was a common grave, but their names weren't on it. And that was in Holy Cross Cemetery in Fresno, California. About 2 years ago, because of the work of John McCutcheon and some others, they finally got a marking stone that has all their names engraved on it.
Thank you, Steve. Unfortunately, the sentiment is still very apt today. The crops are all in, and the peaches are rotting. The oranges are piled in their cradle-so-dums. They're sending you back to the Mexican border to pay all your money and wait back again. Goodbye to my one, and goodbye, Rosalita. Adios, mis amigos, Jesus y Maria. You won't have a name when you ride the big airplane. All they will call you will be deportee. My father's own father, he waded that river. They took all the money he made in his life. My brothers and sisters came working the fruit trees and rode on the trucks till they broke down and died. Goodbye to my one, and goodbye, Rosalita. Adios, mis amigos, Jesus and Maria. You won't have a name when you ride the big airplane. All they will call you will be deportee. Some of us are illegal, and some are not wanted. Our work contract's out and we have to move on. It's 600 miles to the Mexican border. They chase us like outlaws, like rustlers, like thieves. Goodbye to my one, and goodbye, Rosalita. Adios, mis amigos, Jesus y Maria. You won't have a name when you ride the big airplane. All they will call you will be deportee. We died on your hills and we died in your deserts. We died on your valleys, we died on your plains. We died beneath your trees and we died in your bushes. Both sides of that river, we died just the same. Goodbye to my one, and goodbye, Rosalita. Adios, mis amigos, Jesus y Maria. You won't have a name when you ride the big airplane. All they will call you will be deportee. Well, the sky plane caught fire over Los Gatos Canyon. A firebolt of lightning that shook all our trees. Who are all these friends all scattered like dry leaves? The radio said they were just deportees. Goodbye to my one, and goodbye, Rosalita. Adios, mis amigos, Jesus y Maria. You won't have a name when you ride the big airplane. All they will call you will be deportees. Is this the best way we can grow our good orchards? Is this the best way we can grow our good fruit? To fall like dry leaves and rot on your topsoil, and be called by no name except deportees. Goodbye to my one, goodbye, Rosalita, and adios, mis amigos, Jesus y Maria. You won't have a name when you ride the big airplane. All they will call you will be deportee. Yes, all they will call you will be deportee.
I'm walking down the track, I got tears in my eyes. I'm trying to read a letter from my home. If that train runs me right, I'll be home tomorrow night. I'm 900 miles from my home, and I hate to hear that lonesome whistle blow, that long whistling down. Now the chorus is always the same, so we'll do it again, and this time you help me, okay? I'm walking down the track, I got tears in my eyes. I'm trying to read a letter from my home. If that train runs me right, I'll be home tomorrow night, 'cause I'm 900 miles from my home, and I hate to hear that lonesome whistle blow, that long whistling down. This train I ride on is 100 coaches long. You hear the whistle blow 100 miles. If that train runs me right, I'll be home tomorrow night, 'cause I'm 900 miles from my home, and I hate to hear that lonesome whistle blow, that long whistling down. I'll pawn you my watch, I'll pawn you my chain, I'll pawn you my golden diamond ring. If this train runs me right, I'll be home tomorrow night, 'cause I'm 900 miles from my home, And I hate to hear that lonesome whistle blow, that long whistling down. If my woman tells me so, I will railroad no more. I'll sidetrack my engine and go home. If this train runs me right, I'll be home tomorrow night, 'cause I'm 900 miles from my home. And I hate to hear that lonesome whistle blow last time, that long whistling down. U.S. Highway 66 ran from Chicago, Illinois to Los Angeles, and Woody extended the road. He made it go all the way from New York City to what he called Lost Angeles, in typical Woody fashion. Woody, in 1940, came to New York City, where he met Pete Seeger. Pete Seeger had just dropped out of Harvard University and came to New York, and they became fast friends right away. And Woody said to Pete, "Let me show you what the United States of America is like." And they went hitchhiking across the country, and on that trip, Woody Guthrie wrote Union Made. He also wrote this song, 66 Highway Blues. Pete Seeger and Woody Guthrie share the writing credits. Woody actually wrote most of the song, but in a few places Woody got stuck and Pete helped him out. Neither of them recorded the song at the time. They put it in a book called Hard-Hitting Songs for Hard-Hit People, a collection, an anthology that Pete Seeger and Woody Guthrie and Alan Lomax put together in 1941, but they could not find a publisher at the time. Finally, it was published around 1967 and 1968 by Oak Publications. If you have one of those, they only made 500 copies. If you have one of those original Oak Publication editions, first edition, in mint condition, meaning it's never been opened, you could
How
probably
likely is that?
you could probably get about $1,200 for it. Here's the weird thing about it: if you open it up and look at the songs inside, the value drops to about $50.
Oh!
I am not kidding about that, because
songs from it
because
It is a great book. If you don't have that book, it's not just full of great songs, but the commentary.
yes.
The intro is by John Steinbeck, and the commentary, in most of it is by Pete, and it'll just have you in stitches and thinking a lot too.
And anyway, the book has been reprinted. You could get it, I guess, from Woody Guthrie Publications. I'm not sure what is it, $20 or something like that. But the first edition is considered Americana, and there are people who collect first edition Americana. And because it has Woody Guthrie and John Steinbeck in it, there's something very weird that if you use the songbook the way it's intended, it loses most of its value. Anyway, this is the song they wrote. Woody, they meaning Woody and Pete. There is a highway that goes from coast to coast, from New York to Los Angeles. Get it? I'm going down that road and I got a heavy load. I got the 66 Highway Blues. Let's try that. There is a highway that goes from coast to coast, from New York to Los Angeles. I'm going down that road and I got a heavy load. I got the 66 Highway Blues. I've been on this road for a mighty long time. There are 10 million more just like me. We go from town to town and they push us all around. Got them 66 Highway Blues. Now anywhere I ramble, Lord, anywhere I go, oh Lord, any place I roam. Don't want to be pushed around by the police in your town. I got the 66 Highway Blues. Now sometimes I think I'm gonna blow down a cop. Oh Lord, they treat me so mean. I done lost my gal and I ain't got a pal. I got these 66 highway blues. And sometimes I think I'm gonna get me a gun, a 38 or a big 44. But a number 4, a name, and a big 99 is worse than these highway blues. So there is a highway that goes from coast to coast, from New York to Los Angeles. I'm going down that road and I got a heavy load. I got the 66 highway blues. Now, back in the fall of 2011, if you went to Zuccotti Park, anyone there? At Occupy Wall Street with the Musicians Working Group, you would hear this song being sung almost every day. Even though it had been written 71 years earlier, it was not a museum piece, it was not some historical relic. It was just as fresh as the day that Woody Guthrie and Pete Seeger wrote it, particularly with this verse. So I'm gonna start me a poor folks union, ain't gonna charge no union dues. We're marching on down to that Wall Street town. We're singing these hungry folks blues. Help me now. So there is a highway that goes from coast to coast, from New York to Los Angeles. I'm going down that road and I got a heavy load. I got the 66 highway blues. One last time. I said there is a highway that goes from coast to coast, from New York to Los Angeles. I'm going down that road and I got a heavy load. I got the 66 highway blues. What we're going to do is we're going to take a little break. And we have, some of the artists here have CDs for sale, and I have some download cards. People know what download cards are. You have to be below a certain age to understand that. We have a mailing list. What else do we have? We have flyers, all sorts of wonderful events coming up.
There's refreshments.
Refreshments. We'll be back in just a little while. Was I supposed to make some other announcement about that? No, I think that's fine. Yeah, we'll be back in maybe 10, 15 minutes. So go enjoy the break, and we could come around and schmooze a little bit and get our instruments back in tune. And I hope you're having a good time so far.
I sing like shall be free, that's your line. Shall be free, that's my line. You shall be free, that's your line. You shall be free, it's my line. Shall be free. And the good Lord sets you free together. And the good Lord sets you free. But we're gonna do it a lot slower than that. Thanks for letting me know. So I get. You'll know it as I go. Down in the hen house on my knees, thought I heard the chicken sneeze. Only a rooster saying his prayers, thanking the Lord for the hen upstairs. Having a good time, you shall be free. Lord, you know that you shall be free. They're singing out, you shall be free. And the good Lord sets you free. Some folks say at times it's hard. Preacher says we're to trust in God. Ain't no use, don't you know? A hawk can't run too fast or slow. Having a good time, we shall be free. Done told you, we shall be free. Took a collection, we shall be free. And the good Lord set you free. I got a gal in a rich man's yard. When she kills the chicken, she sends me the head. Thinks I'm a working, I'm a laying in bed. Having a good time. We shall be free. Don't you know that? We shall be free. 2 other women. I got a gal in a rich man's yard. When she kills a chicken, she sends me the feet. Thinks I'm a walking the street. Having a good time. We shall be free. And no matter. We shall be free. What you notice? We shall be free. And the good Lord sets you free. And the good Lord sets you free. And the good Lord sets you free. I always like that. I never thought I'd ever get to sing it. It's just one of those tunes in there. Okay, go. One more for you folks, as soon as I can find my picks and things like that. This is another one of my favorites. The lyrics are by Woody, but the melody was by Billy Bragg. So I was impressed with the way he was able to put the melody to these lyrics. I'm going to do it in the key of D.
It's different from the set list sheet. That's okay.
Thought I might do it that way, I wouldn't have to change the harmonica. See if I can walk around. No, I can slide it over. So, might not need it. Lived in a place called Ofusky, and I had a little girl in a hollow tree. I said, my little girl is plain to see, well, there ain't nobody that can sing like me. Ain't nobody that can sing like me. She said, it's hard for me to see how one little boy got so ugly. Yes, my little girl, if that might be, but there ain't nobody that can sing like me. Ain't nobody that can sing like me. Way over yonder in the minor key. Way over yonder in the minor key. Ain't nobody that can sing like me.